Hello, TGIF, whatever. Thank goodness it's Friday. I tell you what, this is one of those days that should be very wonderful. Should be very happy. But we started at 11 o'clock this morning. We got home 15 minutes ago, and all day long it was about bringing home a new car. Yay! New car. Oh my gosh, it's great. It's wonderful. But the papers to sign, the stress, the this, the that, the this place, that place. My goodness. I'm worn out. And after a busy week anyway, it just felt like that was it. That was it. So, I am going to be really enjoying sitting here spinning this evening. I have a glass of wine, which will help immensely as time passes. I will relax more. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope you had a chance to catch the meditative streams. They are happening on the days that I don't do a regular stream. They are 30 minutes long, and they are nothing but music. You don't hear my voice. You don't hear the spinning wheel. You only see the fiber flowing through my hands. You don't see my face. It is made for meditation. I double-checked the one I did last night because I was spinning away and hubby popped up and said, "Do you know where?" And I wondered if that was really truly being muted out. And speaking of which, I'm double checking. I saw my bars bouncing. I knew I wasn't muted, but double checking. And I thought, I sure hope that was muted out. And it was. And the way I did it was when I went to bed, I took my iPad with me and I started that stream, that 30-minute meditative stream up. I actually stuck the iPad under my pillow, but I could still hear it. And I laid there and I relaxed and I went to sleep. So you don't necessarily have to watch me spin. The music is from the meditation channel that Pretzel offers. It's really, actually, I like it. It's very good. But I won't play it during a regular stream because I want to keep it fresher for the actual meditation. I don't want to put you to sleep. I want you to come and chat and have a good visit with me when I have these regular streams. So let's get set up. Make sure that I think I am doing pretty good here. Don't know if my mic is exactly in a good spot. Sometimes it shows in the camera and sometimes it doesn't. Oh, I know what it is. It's because of this. It's because of how I have this. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Because I'm sure it's close enough to me. I know it'll pick it up that way. So I just spent a good 5-6 minutes trying to remember how to turn my Nano on. There's no on-off switch. You have to do the dial. I knew that much, but I was doing the dial and it wasn't going. And I was like, okay, something's wrong. Well, it turns out you also have your S and Z switch, and it was sitting in the middle of that, which is kind of an off switch too. Right? If it's in the middle of it and it doesn't know whether to do S or Z, then it's not going to go either. So, figured that out. Haven't used it much. Well, I mean, it's only been on the stream, so I haven't used it besides that. And this is the same Natural Obsessions. I think it's called Chariot. 100% mulberry silk that I started when I got the Nano. I have one bobbin completely filled. I am hoping to get this on the second bobbin, what's left, because supposedly I weighed it and split it. So, hello, Knots and Stitches. This is 100% mulberry silk, and it was dyed by a dyer who is no longer in business. And it really is very vivid, deep orange. Here, let's do this camera. Look at the difference. See that there? That's what it really looks like. It's a gorgeous orange. I'm not real fond of orange, but this is like that burnt fall orange. I love the color. And then it has the gold that goes along with that. Not really a yellow. So she was a great dyer. She had a good eye. And I am spinning up this to make 2-ply. Uh-oh. Now it's not going again. Oh, because my battery's not on. I told you, it's been so long since I've spun on this Nano. Have to remember how to do it. Jack-o'-lantern orange. What a good term. Yes, it is. So 2 things I haven't done here for a while. I haven't actually drafted silk, and I've been spinning with the very strong pull-in Roberta, and this does not have any pull-in at all. It's a very light pull-in, so I have to get used to that too. What are you up to this wonderful Friday, Knots and Stitches? Are you glad it's Friday, or do you have weekend work ahead of you? Hi, all crafty. Eating dinner. What's for dinner? We ate out tonight. Like I said, we were gone all day, so instead of coming home and cooking and missing the streaming, we ate out. I had fish. Sunday's the only day you get to sleep in. Okay. Enjoy it, because I could sleep in every day I wanted to, and I can't sleep in anymore. It's partially because I go to bed pretty early, but the other part is I just don't, the older you get, the less sleep you require, and that's part of it. Honey chicken and steamed rice. Ooh, yum. That sounds good. I made myself chicken salad for sandwiches. I haven't had it yet. I did this yesterday. I was doing a little bit of kitchen work yesterday, and I did do that. So I have that for tomorrow. And sleep in, you mean 7 a.m. Oh! That's like, okay. I could beat that. By sleeping in, I mean 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't do that. I sleep a lot of times till 7:30, 8 o'clock. But I'm also very much prone to waking up around 3 a.m. and having to read for an hour or so before I actually get back to sleep. I have a broken sleep pattern that way. First started when, after my surgeries, even with my first knee 2 years ago, because I would wake up in pain and have to take a pain pill after a certain period of time, and my body said, "Oh, is this what we're doing?" And it's been doing it ever since, even though I'm not in pain. I'm like, get over this. Monday and Saturday, the alarm goes off at 5 a.m. Yeah, that is early. You know, I've been spinning super slippery, but very smooth drafting. That it's just such a wonderful sensation. On the Roberta, I've been spinning that 50% acrylic, and then the rest is polyamide and a little bit of wool that I got from Hobby Lobby. If it's like this in that sense that it's very smooth and slippery. This I have to keep reminding myself is not man-made, right? This is a silk, right? And it's slippery and it's like so wonderful, and I have to keep reminding myself that, yeah, as is often joked about, this is worm spit, but it is marvelous. Spinning silk is just such a pleasure. I don't know why this needs to be in the way. Go up there. So I will be stifling yawns. I do apologize. Just extremely tired today. Anybody getting serious storms? We're getting rain, but nothing serious. We got tropical rain coming up. I don't think it's going to have a name by then anymore, but Tuesday and Wednesday, we're supposed to get a lot of rain. If I could get this bobbin spun and the 2 singles plied in the next 2 days, I could count this in the end of the stash dash. That would be nice. I don't know if I will or not. This is spinning really slow. I'm in no hurry to get through the fiber, but it would be nice to have that extra yardage. I really had that just got all messed up for me because of having leave to go to Florida and be gone for 2 weeks and not really being able to focus to knit. I didn't take any spinning, but anyway, it really messed my stash dash up, and that's fine. There's always next year. I'll get there sometime. It's not a big deal. You must need rain, not stitches, if you say that. Oh, it will cool you off. Yes, it cooled us off a little bit, but it's humid. It's still real humid. So it's and you know, you get that cooler, humid weather at night anyway, sometimes. All Crafty says, I'm having a hard time focusing on knitting. Was diagnosed with COVID. Oh. Oh, dude, just sleep. Your body's telling you what to do. I'm sorry. I do hope you get better soon. And it doesn't just be a real bad thing for a while. Hubby and I are still wearing masks a lot, even though we've been vaccinated. It's still there. The only thing we do that's sort of high risk is, like I'll wear a mask when I go in the grocery store, do all the errand stuff, right? But we eat out a lot. I mean, not every night, but in general, we eat out probably 3 times a week. And it's just, you're just sitting in a restaurant quite a while with no mask on because you're eating. But most of the restaurants are providing dividers, like between the booths, partitions, glass partitions. So if you request where you want to sit, it's usually pretty good. And Not in Stitches says we're 91 and 50% humidity. That's actually pretty dry for that high temp. I'm ready for fall. The only thing that I can say that there's any sign that fall is imminent is that Starbucks is bringing out pumpkin spice, and the beers are bringing out Oktoberfest. So, there are signs of an impending change. But not everybody has the weather changes like we do. I don't know what it is about where the stars are aligned right now, but two things are going on as far as I'm concerned. One, there's just no hope for progression on anything. I mean, no, you can't make plan. I can't make plans. Things change. You know, I end up having to do something different. I end up changing my mind on what I had planned to do. It just seems like I just have to go with the flow all the time, and it's not what I'm wanting to do. And the second thing is, right now, it's all about money. I mean, it's just, there doesn't seem to be any discussion in our household right now that doesn't involve money. And not in a bad way, it's just that I'm like tired of making these financial decisions. You know, they're necessary. It's very necessary. But and then there's this one more appointment. We bought a car today, and I thought, okay, we got that all taken care of. And the salesman says, I'm really sorry. I got another client right now. Would you be willing to come back, make an appointment on Tuesday, come back, and I'll go over the whole car with you, explain, and listen, this is sort of necessary. It's got a book that thick, okay? And there are lots of things that are kind of self-explanatory, and I'd figure it out or maybe not use, but yeah, sure, I'll come back again. I was like, one more appointment. Oh, gosh. Yeah. That kind of thing. So however the stars are falling right now, they're not being too kind to me. And I thank you. We got a Hyundai because we've been driving Hyundais for, well, this is our third one. And I would say, 10, 12 years. Anyway, we like them. And yes, hubby's out there having a ball looking at it. We made the decision because we're going to be traveling and driving travel a lot more in the next couple years. For two reasons. One, taking care of Mom's house down in Florida, and two, my brother lives in Ohio, which is the other direction. So there will be times I'll need to go see him. And I'm the one that's retired. I'm the one that has the free time, right? I can go do it. He's working. So that was our biggest reason for going ahead and getting the car and not have to worry about it. I finished a book this morning. I love finishing books. You know, because a book is always like you get started and you kind of plod along for a while, and you pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. And then all of a sudden, about the middle, some of the things start coming together, and you're starting wondering what's happening. And so you pick it up and you keep it longer, right? And I always get to the last 50 pages, maybe more than that, because I was getting towards the end and reading last night. So I did a fair amount of the reading last night. It might have been 100 pages. Anyway. And it was like, I read quite a bit till I fell asleep. Woke up in the middle of the night, read. Got up this morning, finished it. Right? I couldn't put it down until I finished it. It's called The Signature of All Things by Elizabeth Gilbert. It's a fun book, good book. Now, I won't say it's a fun book, but it was a really interesting book as far as the story and some of the concepts that she was evolving in the story. Excuse me 1 minute while I check on something here. Alright, I'm going to leave that down. Well, hello, Mass Bandit. I am doing good. I just got home from work. Haven't even changed out of my work clothes. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll be here a while if you want to go get yourself comfortable and your after work snack, something to work on. I just got on a little bit ago, so I'm going to be here a while. The static pattern is so funny. You can't really see it. It's so fine. But when I pull out, I get this halo of spiky, short hairs, or, the hairs popping out away from it's static, popping it away from the silk. I am generating just enough of that little bit of charge by sliding on it. Now, I just worked them all in as I was spinning down there, so I got them worked in. But it's kind of funny looking. All crafty. What are you working on tonight? Oh no, you're resting. Uh, Forget I asked you that. You are in bed. That's where you belong. You need to be resting. Oh, just don't want anybody ever to get sick. It's just, gonna be with us for a while, I think. You've been working on some toe-up socks off and on? Okay. Well, that's good. I just started the second one of a pair that's been hanging around as a unfinished project since 2020 Sock Madness. So the first one's done. Second one is just cast on, and the toe increase is done. Oh, that's not right. Sorry, I started at the cuff. So the ribbing is done. My apologies. Boy, I don't even remember what I do sometimes. Oh. Oh, this is so bad. I cannot stop yawning. I have got to get myself situated here. Get my back against the chair. That should help. Football starts. Any football fans? I'm a football fan. Actually, they're doing preseason games, so that's what's on right now. But I think first weekend after Labor Day, the real ones start. Excuse me. I'm ready for the change of seasons to change my closet. See, I put my winter clothes in a big storage chest that used to be it used to be a tack chest. And that is just a great big wood chest that of course they have in the barn to store horse tack in. And I got it, did a blue antique stain on the outside of it. So it kind of looks colonial because it looks like it's made out of thin slat boards. The whole thing looks that way. And the inside, I put I lined it with pieces of cedar. And I use that, of course, for any kind of long-term storage, but I also will put my winter clothes in there when I get my summer clothes out, or vice versa. This is a very, very, very old house. It has a few pre-built, the closets were put in years later after the house was built, in other words, so they were just kind of stuck in there randomly. We do have a armoire that hubby can hang his shirts and stuff in the bedroom. But, closet space is a premium, and especially storing over long term, or, over several months. I don't care for the under the bed zipper bags. I can't get down there to get them out. They're just kind of a hassle as far as for me, as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure it's a good way to do it for youngins. Anyway, I'm ready for my winter clothes. I could not begin to wear them right now, but I miss them. Well, hello, String Serpent. I saw your follow offline. I was so happy to see you follow, and welcome. Mass Bandit. I know, Mass Bandit. It's not that I'm ready for winter. I just want the clothes. Those sweatpants and sweatshirts. They're so much more comfortable. I don't have as many comfortable summer clothes as I do winter, I think. I'm sure that could be solved in a different way than getting my winter clothes out, right? And I do buy things. I bought several pair of crops this season and 2 pair of shorts. And I got a pair of denim that I love. And both pair of shorts are dressier, so I kind of keep them. I don't wear them around the house. Or do the fiber work in them, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I know I'm not ready for winter either. Not in that sense. Putting up with it. I know. It's the sweaters and shawls I miss. But then, you know, I wear them during the wintertime and I'm like, it's too cold. I'm too cold. This isn't warm enough. I'm always complaining. I'm too cold. String Serpent, are you a spinner? Are you into whatever other crafts? Tell us about yourself a little bit. Mass Bandit is, she does wonderful cross stitch, but right now she has a stream that is working on bobbin lace. I should do a shout out for that. Who else is here? You spin, knit, crochet. I'm really into raw fleece at the moment. Awesome, that's right up my alley. I love it also. I am currently working up a Shetland that I got this spring. It's all washed and I'm processing it right now. I haven't spun any yet. String Serpent said I actually just recently caught up almost all of your podcasts. Oh, thank you very much. As you can see, I am not doing it as much since I started streaming. But that is still, there is a wealth of years of when that's all I did was podcasts. I'm so glad you got to listen to them. And you say I'm interested in trying dyeing at some point, and we'll revisit some of your dyeing episodes later. Yeah. And the streams are very relaxing to spin to. Oh, thank you. That's great. Well, I just am so glad to meet you, and we'll enjoy. Oh, and if you haven't joined the Discord, you can show your pictures of all that lovely fleece and what you spin if you want to share them. Some people don't do Discord, but that's okay. This is mine if you're interested. There it goes. So, are you working on a particular breed right now? Or doing breed studies, or? I spun wool almost non-stop for the last 2 years. I kind of burned out. I mean, I was so glad to go something else. That's why I've been doing other fibers during the last couple streams. But yeah, I was like, it's been nothing but wool lately. I thought maybe that's where you went. Thank you. And it's not a real active one. It's not going to overwhelm you. I'm not real much of a poster either, but it's a wonderful place to share what your current project is and anything about what you're working on. That music has sound in it that sounds like my Roberta when it's spinning. The bobbin gets to bumping like that. And it is always kind of in a repetitive pattern because it's spinning at the same speed, you know. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you got to see it live. I'll be here actually every day, but some of them are the meditative ones. They're just the 30-minute spinning. My next chat and spin is Sunday afternoon. I really need to find the settings for this camera on my computer. I'm pretty sure that I've got some setting wrong because it's picking up the wrong colors. Bugs me when I have such a pretty color, and I mean that looks like a really wonderful gold, but that's not it at all. That's not what I'm spinning at all. It's sort of like the leaky roof. I don't think about it if I'm not using it, right? And once I use it, then it's either go play with it while I'm using it or put it off thinking I'll do it later and then never do it later. Mass Bandit, it's orange. As somebody said, it's jack-o'-lantern orange. This is the good camera. So see, it took that red out completely. As soon as I finish this a little bit, I'm going to go play with the settings a little bit. Yeah, big difference, isn't it? That's why I'm so upset. I'm like, that is not right, and I don't think the camera is dying. Because it's not coming and going. I think it's a setting. All right. Good, Kay. Go for it. There should be no empty spinning wheel. I didn't say bobbin. You gotta have empty bobbins, right? But every spinning wheel needs a project. Currently, my Aura does not have anything on it. And I really do want to start doing that on the stream again. I think I'm well past what happened during the Tour de Fleece. I used it every day and I ended up with a lot of muscle pain. I think I'm past that as far as healing from the surgery. I think I just did it too soon. So I'm not following my own advice. I don't have anything on the Aura yet, but I intend to start it maybe Sunday. Let me see what I can find here on the camera. Oh. It just gave me the camera. Not what I wanted. Okay, let's try a different way here. Settings. Devices. No, camera's not there. Well, USB might be though. Nope. Okay, that's not it. Back to settings. Is it on our system? Windows, you are not being helpful. Case says, I've got 3 different spindle projects. What's a 4th? Yeah. Mass Ben, she's cheerleading for you. Go for it, Kay. Boy, I'm not finding anything. Boo. There we go. I found it. Cameras. Now the trick is to determine, they're both USB, so the trick is to determine which is which. Besides, that doesn't give me properties. Nope. It doesn't do anything. I could have sworn there was a place where you could actually set the colors and all that on cameras. Okay, says technically I can get to 5 and still have something free to play on. Key point. Make sure you keep something to play on. Yes, you are right. Let's see what Google says here. Open the camera app. Well, no, I don't have. Okay. From the start screen, click on the camera app and select search. Camera app? Where's camera app? I don't have that. Huh. That's because it's on the side of the little start box I never use. Oh. Right. So far, so good. Nope. Has nothing to do with color or anything. Huh. That didn't work. Okay, folks, I give up. Right now, I don't know. And I'm too brain dead to do any more. There's no on-off switch on the camera itself. It's not like I can reboot it that way. The best way is to unplug it, and unfortunately it's plugged into the back of the computer. That's going to be something I have to do off stream. So everybody's going to think I'm spinning a gold fiber that magically transforms into orange yarn. It's magic. I think I need to move my feeder here. Nope, wrong way. I got a Sharpie. Something sharp. Alright. Oh, come on. Silk is very hard to pull apart. Extremely long staple. So, you gotta, if it won't pull, you gotta back up. You work as a nurse. Did you work in a hospital before you retired? Yes. I was a med tech. You know, the people that. I was not the person to draw the blood. Those were phlebotomists in a part of that laboratory where I worked. But I was the actual med tech that ran the tests. And I did it for 42 years, I think. And one of the areas that was my love and where I worked a lot was blood banks, where, you know, we could do the cross matching for the blood. People getting transfusions, other blood products. Do you have a specialty as your nursing? Or are you just working generally? Yes, I'm sure over the years of the podcast I had mentioned various and Sunday work things that kind of gave that clue. It's hard work. I never had, nursing is going to the 10-hour days and occasionally 12-hour days. They never could get that to work in laboratories that I worked in. There was not the staffing. You have to have a certain number of people who are willing to do that. An awful lot of the workers had worked in the field for many, many years, and they didn't want to put in long days. Me included, really. I would not have been able to do. I did 12 hours once, and not all that long ago. It was 2010, and it was night shift, and I was the only person in the lab. I was it for the night shift. It was a small lab, and it was a small hospital, I should say. I think it had 80 beds, something like that. You're going home after 10 hours? Yeah. I know. I know. It's nice. I understand. You know? Sometimes you have to work 4 of them, but they can space it out or give you. It just depends what works best with your stamina and that sort of thing. But you can get your schedule to fit what works for you. Then it's okay. It's okay. But when my mom was recently in the hospital, and it dawned on me those nurses were working 12-hour shifts. They changed shifts 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. They were all working 12-hour shifts. And that was ICU. Not the whole time, but there was a regular time she was on a regular floor, but all the nurses in that hospital worked that way. 12-hour shifts. The only thing I can say, working in the medical field, besides the fact that you can feel like you're really doing and helping people, but besides that, there is, as a career, you can pretty much go any place. You can't be picky about shifts, but you can go any place and work. And that was true of me in the laboratory too. And during the first 25 years of my working, we moved quite a bit. Your mom was, you know what, Mass Bandit? I think you told me that before. But that's, yeah. And, oh my goodness, she would have been working. There's so much computers and electronics and massive automated equipment. And, it is so different now. I saw a lot of change during my 40 years. It's just like, okay, they just keep adding things very quickly. And the absolute perfect example of that is COVID. I mean, It was just a matter of a month to 6 weeks before I talked to one of my previous coworkers and said, "Are you running the COVID test?" And she said, "Yes, in the hospital lab." Right. So, it just seems like the companies that make the products for laboratories and all that, they're just so Johnny on the spot to get that stuff available because the doctors, they know the doctors want it for diagnostics. And there's a lot of different tests that happen. It's just like there was always something new. Yes, it's so true, isn't it? It's just the advances just seem stupendous sometimes. But it's costly too. My husband's favorite rant is how much medical anything costs, right? Any kind of medical service, anything is way overpriced in his mind. And I let him rant, and I'm like, it was my salary that paid my salary all those years, and we are living comfortably now. But it's sad when it restricts people from doing stuff, it's not fair for that reason. It's so hard to put a value on things that are just intrinsic like that and not a hard and fast item. Oh, I think it's hard to price hard and fast items. We just took a loan out for a car, and I think about selling my yarn. What the world would I sell it for? I think it's very hard to price stuff. Anything. Yes, all crafty. I will say I'm glad that I'm not working, but I totally appreciate and understand the people that are. Because they're not in it for the good income. They're there really because they like that job for one reason or another. They're finding the balance between what they need and what they can give. In most cases, any job has people that are there because they got to be and they're not happy about it. If I had been single in the last 10-15 years of my working, I would have gone as I forget what they call agency, where they send you any lab. Labs will hire agency med techs just like they hire agency RNs or any kind of nursing. And, I would have done that. Go and stay for 6 weeks, maybe 6 months in one place. But I have no desire to do that. And, when you own a house and everything, that doesn't really work well. Actually, the younger class coming out are better candidates for that. They're they're very used to still being taught what to do, and it's you have to be so. If you go into a different lab, right, you gotta do it the way they say you gotta do it, or any place, any job. I have had experience with people who were. There was one lady that hadn't retired before me, and I think she was on her 47th year working as a med tech. That's a long time. That is a long time. Yeah, contract. They also call it agency, but it's contract. Contract runs for so long. I think they call it agency because it's an agency that does the contract. Oh man, I am burning up. I should have turned the air conditioner down. Whew. In fact, give me just a couple minutes here. I'm going to do that. I don't want to sit here and sweat. Or as they say in the South, glisten. Women glisten. I'll be right back. Let me put this on here. Come here, buddy. Come on. Had somebody follow me in. You'll see him here in a minute. Come on, Newman. Want to come up and say hi? Come up and say hi. Prop my feet up a little bit. Come on. Always playing hard to get. He was waiting at the door when I opened the door. He came running in like, "You finally opened the door." Now he won't come to me. Oh, I feel that air. That feels good. Are you done rubbing on everything? Come here. Come up here. Come on. I guess I have to be doing something so he's actually interrupting me, I suppose. I suppose that's what it is. Very first time I spun on the Nano, he came and sat on my lap, and I tried spinning with it while he was on my lap, and he stuck his nose over there. He got booped. for being inquisitive. He just wanted to be in here. He didn't want to be a guest star tonight, I guess. Oh, hubby found the horn. He just beeped the horn out there. Or maybe he was locking it, I don't know. He's still out there playing with his new toy. That's okay. That makes me happy too. Come here. They're waiting to hear you purr. Uh-huh. Come on. There you go. There you go. Well, that's your back side. Why don't you show your face side? Mm-hmm. I can't quite pet him like I want to. He gets fleece stuff put on his shoulder. Right between his shoulder blades. It's right up here, and it's still. I just did that this morning. He gets it once a month. They can't really get to it to lick it or whatever if it's down there or back there. It's supposed to go down into the skin. It doesn't matter how much I push that fur aside and put that spout right down next to the skin. It still kind of gets oily around where it goes on, but it works. It's really good. It works. Why don't you turn around? Turn around. Show off your pretty face. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. Unless he's in a real playful mood. Then he's a little rough. I know you want me to scratch right there, don't you? I know. I'm not gonna. I don't want to scratch there. Nope. We can't scratch there tonight. go talk to... You're gonna go talk to him instead? Hmm? Go out there and talk to him? Keep moving the mic. Oh. No, I'm still streaming. He's having his star moment here. I'll go get him. Go see him. This may be how we end the stream. He is a purr box. Of course, I turned the music way down. I've turned it back up, but Mike picks it up pretty good if I don't talk. The only thing he can't do is flop down and fall asleep in 5 seconds like he does on my lap when I sit in my recliner chair. He just, assume the position and he's snoring. He can't do that on my lap like this. There's not enough room. We just give them all the attention whenever they want it. Trying to lay down, aren't you? That's not good for me. I'm on my tippy toes. Keep my lap level. Yeah, I think it's time for you to get down. I'll finish up my little bit of spinning and then sign off. Okay, buddy? Alrighty. You go on. Let me get my mic back up here where it's in front of me. Thank you, Mass Bandit. You are right. You're watching my belly button. There you go. Oops. Gotta fix it. There you go. Thank you. Today's stream, we will stare at our navels. You know what? I moved that camera around and look, it looks oranger. Maybe it is the camera going. Or it could be the way the camera light is shining. I do have the angle different. Could be the way the camera light shines on the fiber. Yeah. You had to adjust brightness on your camera the other day to get my colors better, but I tried looking for that. I couldn't find it on my computer. I went to, I even Googled camera settings on Windows 10. Found the camera icon, hit the settings, and I don't see any place to adjust the... I found it once. I remember I found it once. But I sure cannot find it again. Don't you hate that? I hate that. It took you forever to find it? Yeah. I'm itching my nose. I'm going to have an orange nose. The orange is coming off of my fingers. But the silk is going up my nose a little bit. Between hubby and I, my daughter's somewhat more computer technical capable, but between hubby and I'm the one that has the computer knowledge. And since since I've used my phone as my camera, where I found it wouldn't help you. That's pretty true. I'm not on an Apple at all. Yeah, you right. A camera. They're not okay. Not every computer. Phones are way more set up for cameras than desktops. You know what I'm saying? Desktops are like for word processing, internet work, and yeah, that's part of this, but they're not used to a lot of equipment attached to it, I think. I probably will find it after doing a little more research. And I do think it has some to do with where I have the camera light shining on it. The camera is not shining on the fiber as directly as it was. And I think that's part of it. The actual lighting. But I am going to call it a night. I have, as you know, been stifling lots of yawns. I am so tired. I will work on this probably and finish it on Sunday, which isn't really... That makes it the 29th. That gives me 2 days to apply it, and I might be able to use it for Stash Dash, so that might be alright. In the meantime, hope everybody has a good weekend. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. I will see you Sunday afternoon. Thank you, everybody, for staying and chatting. I've enjoyed it tonight. It's been so nice to have people here, and I will see you shortly. See you later. Bye.